Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do an unboxing of Horrified, World of Monsters, which is for 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. And this is by Ravensburger. This seems like their annual release, a new Horrified game. And it says here, a scream come true. If you look at the back, save the world before terror overwhelms you. So instead of a town like the previous 3, it's probably going to be different parts of the world, and it has these 4 monsters. Even more monsters compatible with Horrified Greek monsters. So that must mean it has locations. And it's cooperative, and it takes about 60 minutes to play. So it has multi-phase Cthulhu challenge. So we have the Sphinx, the Yeti, the Jiangshi, which we looked it up. It's a vampire. I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese vampire, and then Cthulhu.
I don't remember.
I don't remember which culture it was. Oh, so the edges of the it's definitely pushing the Cthulhu aspect. Let's see how the rule book is this time. Wow, that's pretty bland, the colors. We'll look at that in just a moment. Actually, we'll do that first.
Okay.
This is so brown. Not expected. And you got brown on brown. You got to have bright light to see that. And it's barely large enough. Should be at least a 1/4 inch. It might be a little under. So we have here's okay. It looks like there's like a maze. So I can see Yeti, Cthulhu.
What was the
We
other
have
one?
hero tiles, hero standees, the citizens, so that looks normal. Item tokens, that's normal. Monster mats, terror frenzy, that's normal. Item bag, lair token. So yeah, they got layers like the Greek monster one. What's this here? Perk cards and monster cards. Perk cards are like the things that, remember, you draw that were good when you rescue citizens.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, where's the 4th one, though? Sphinx does not have any additional tokens. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, it's really bothering me, this brown on brown. It's really, in lower light, you're going to have a hard time seeing that. Why did they do that? This doesn't make sense. Yeah, and the text is pretty small. And so the reason why they're doing this is so that you can combine it with different monsters. See how it's an eye, a dagger, and a wrench? Okay. From the other sets. Or the other set, the Greek monsters.
You mean has solo?
Yeah, it's had that always. So you have some special rules here. Because this reminds me of what they did at the Player's Handbook 3.0, 3rd edition. They had lines going through all the text. That wasn't very effective either. All right, so you're going to have to read this in bright light. And it shows you how, okay, so here's something new, combining Horrified games. So it tells you here, it's hard for me to see it, what equals what. So Greek monster icons, world monster icons. Okay. I don't know what that means. How does that scroll equal a backpack? I guess the color?
I don't know.
Oh, numbers. They're going by numbers. Okay. With World of Monsters, or it's the shape. There is a shape surrounding the strength number on items that indicates the category the item belongs to. Various actions will refer to that shape. The handy guide below indicates what items can be used during gameplay for actions that require the use of items. So, I don't see the shape, do you? I just see numbers.
Oh, I see a square on the backpack. for the number 2.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know, it's odd. Because it's, I'm zoomed in here. It's really hard to see the shape. Oval. That's sorry guys. That 4 is a hexagon. But the 4 is a circle. The 3 is a circle. The 3 is a circle, square. So is it just the numbers? I don't know. That's weird. I have to think about that. That's confusing me. All right, so let's look at the board. That's a cool eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it is different places around the world, it looks like. So you have your terror track here. As you know, when that gets to here, you can lose. North Station, Spectre Trail Caravan, Thriving Throne, Door of the World. It looks like it's just an ice place.
Mm-hmm.
It's another town.
It's called the Void.
The Void. I'm sure that has something more to do. So I can see this having more to do with I don't know how the Sphinx comes into play here. Because you can see that this could be near China. Could have to do with Cthulhu mythos and the Yeti. But the Sphinx, I don't know how that comes into play in this particular part of the world. See, layer token. There's a layer token up here. So like Greek monsters, they're spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see much difference in this map board. There's always something in the corner here. There's things like here and here. Okay, well, they're not locations around the world.
Mm-mm.
It's still a town. Okay, so we'll take a look at the miniatures as we're opening up stuff. Yeah, I'm still trying to think of what are they talking about, shapes. All right, so we're going to go to our turntable here. So they're about the same quality as Greek monsters. Not a lot of detail. Come up a little bit here. So take a look at that as we're opening up some more stuff. You got your standees, typical standees. The dice are thematic. If this is supposed to be a winter type kind of village, the dice match that. They're not a lot of weight to them. They are etched, but they seem kind of almost hollow. You got your bag here, like the other bags. Yeah, so the miniatures are better than the first one, of course. But in terms of the details, if you look at Cthulhu here, it's just not a lot of detail compared to what you would get with a Simon miniature. Okay. Move these in a little bit closer.
I can't do it.
You can't do it? All right, so we're going to look at the tokens. So here you are.
Oh.
So you have green So it's not numbers. You have circles, hexagons,
I like the colors.
and squares. These are markers for somebody.
Mm.
And you got that too. So these have shapes, but it's comparing it to the Greek gods, which doesn't have shapes.
Hmm.
Okay, some more objects. And here's the standees.
Oh, yeah.
We'll zoom in a little bit more there if you want to see the art on that and read their names. And then you have something for layers, I think, right there. You got more of these things here that's used for the vampire, I think.
Ah. I really like the colors.
Interesting. Here are the characters. Now I'm going to show that up close.
Okay.
Are they recycling the same powers that they've done in discard 2 items to pick up 1 item from the discard pile and keep it? Now the art's outstanding.
Oh, it's crazy good.
You got the Guardian. What was her name? She was the investigator.
Mm-hmm.
The Guardian. Looks like a kind of like a something from Hellboy.
Mm.
You may use a guide action on a hero with their permission. This does not take an action. I'm not too sure what that means. I guess you get to move in 1 space. Or a parapsychologist. You may distribute any items you have to other players. Okay. So the items are different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these powers. The Buccaneer. Wow. These guys are almost as scary as the monsters.
I know.
At the start of your turn, discard 1 item to gain, does it say? +4. Is that +4? Wow. Plus
Yeah.
4 actions?
Yep.
This turn, use it only once per turn. Yeah, it had to be broken if you could use it over and over.
Right.
So you get 7 actions. Wow. If you discard something. And you got this girl here. Fortune teller. You may look at the top monster card on your turn. This does not take an action. All right, so they are different.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the backs here, they give some story. Fortune teller. And you can pause this and read it if you want to. So it's kind of cool that they have stories.
It is neat.
I don't remember them having that in the other games for the investigators.
Oh.
And then you got the standees right here too. Interesting. There's 2 little things here. Wonder how they're used. Is that it for that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to look at the cards. We like to show you everything in detail when we do an unboxing, so I'm going to zoom in here
Okay.
because that's the best way to do this. So this is the Corpse City Riley. So this is Cthulhu.
Ah.
And I got to zoom out a little bit.
Oh.
I zoomed in too close. So this is a pretty big playmat. And this is more complicated, it seems, than other versions. Now you have something here, dotted line. You have things that go there. See how you have these 3 colors?
Mm-hmm.
But you can read that. But then you also have, what's the back to this? Oh, cool picture.
Very cool.
But you also have you have the information for Cthulhu. Seems a little small there.
And see how it says step 1 and step 2 on that? It had
And
the
then
other
it says
steps.
step 3.
And step
And
4.
step 4. Well, seems pretty involved if you're going to play Cthulhu. Do you play with other monsters too? And you're using those shapes to cover up. I wonder what you're trying to do here. Oh, I didn't show you the back of Cthulhu. And this is the setup, monster setup for Cthulhu. Cthulhu at the Corpse City, Riley, Jiangshi, Sphinx, and Yeti. So the backs are all going to be the same.
Oh.
Okay. Because say you play with 2 of them, you read the back of another one. So here's this. I'll zoom in a little bit more here. Here's the Sphinx. So that's one that seems a little out of place for that map. Everybody else seems like it could take place in that town except the Sphinx. Okay. And then we have the cards. Julie had a little hard time opening it up. I'm going
Very
to...
hard time.
I'll go back to the miniatures here. I'll face them the other way. And I'm opening up the cards. Give you something to look at. Well, I can see why you had trouble.
And I have nails, and I still couldn't do it.
I'm having trouble too.
I need to get some scissors.
Yep. I have scissors.
Thanks for being patient, guys.
Okay. Here we go. So you have your, let's see the cards up close, this one, see if anything's changed. You have move, guide. See this font is not easy to read. Look at the O.
Yeah.
1 legend to or from an adjacent location. So, pick up, share, advance, defeat. Okay. Okay. And then the back. Here you have the symbols.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that font. It's hard to read. We look at event there. Resolve the event. Does that look like an E there? A capital E? That's weird.
Yeah. It is, but it's real.
It's not easy.
No.
It throws you off when you pick fonts like that. Okay.
We're just trying to be fancy.
Well, readability is more important than being fancy. So here's the monster cards. Here are the perk cards, as they say. It says confidential.
Ooh.
So we will show them all. They have they're thin. Seems thinner. I don't remember them being this thin.
Oh. Like they're in a rip?
They're a different card stock.
To be careful.
Well, yeah, I mean, they are really thin. Mechanical dog, is that what that is? Yeah.
Clockwork companion.
So they're throwing a little bit of steampunk in this, too. Didn't expect that.
No.
Because, you know, usually Cthulhu takes place in the 1920s
Oh, okay.
and 30s.
When's
That's
this set?
post World War One. Usually when you have steampunk, it's 1880s to 19, so right before World War One.
Oh.
So whatever. I don't know what the time period is of this. Is it before World War One?
I do not know. Oh, it's the same dog again, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, multiples. So we're showing the counter mix here. Okay, so those duplicates. These two look like you haven't had before. Alright, now we're going to do the monster cards, and there's going to be duplicates. So we will show them all. Even though there's duplicates, so you can see what the counter mix like. Because the economy and the Greek one was really tight. Remember certain things, it was hard to get certain things to come up?
I think so.
And it made it harder?
I think so. The art's really nice.
No, the art's first rate, but again, it's thin. See, you have doubles, now you're getting the ones where you only have singles. And this font, wow. And it's, yeah.
Definitely need your glasses.
It's hard to read. The bottom part pops. No problem with the bottom part. Except that blue here can be hard to see from a distance. See how on camera there how hard it is to see?
Yeah.
That wrench. Yeah, and there's research. These publishers just ignore the research, whoever they hire for graphic designers. There's people that make good sum of money in other industries that follow the research. I don't know what the problem is with this industry that doesn't follow the research. No, seriously. There's usability research out there. They just don't use it. And it's frustrating when you have fonts like this. Okay.
Well, there you go.
So that is Horrified. Eventually we'll do a how to play and playthrough. And I'm curious, again, I got to figure out, what are they talking about, the same shape? I have to look at that again. I didn't pick up on it. I'll have to reread it. All right, so thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, you guys. See you in the next video.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.